As you know that India is looking to catch the standard of developed nation. So he needs more energy, more power for its citizen and its development, its industry. So nuclear energy, company of nuclear energy, they are running to India, and probably you know that a company from France, Germany, Japan, France, Russia, America and Japan are already there. And we have a very strong movement in down south in Tamil Nadu, Kodakulam. So it's very important and very necessary to bring this kind of festival to India, to understand what is happening all over the world with anti-nuclear movement, nuclear energy, depleted uranium mining and other aspect of this. Because we always work in a specific area. So some people are working on mining, so they are concentrated only on mining. Some people are working on nuclear energy, so they are working on that. So there is no a platform where everybody will know each other. So I feel this festival will be the wonderful opportunity and very timely opportunity to understand what is happening all over the world. Yeah. Actually, this is the really very sad that our Prime Minister, I'm again telling you, our Prime Minister on the floor of Parliament, they said that the anti-nuclear power plant movement in down south in Tamil Nadu, in Kodakulam, it is American NGOs planted movement. It is not indigenous movement. And right now 8,000 people were charged with sedition, anti-national. They were charged case against them right now. And just few days back, 3 activists from Japan, they landed to Chennai airport. They were deported immediately back to Japan because the government do not want news from Fukushima or other places. I don't know why our government is so desperate for nuclear power. And it's a really very depressing situation in India. And our middle class is not in a position to think beyond what propaganda is coming up, that only nuclear energy is green, clean and viable. So there is no space and no further new information coming up. So people feel, okay, these are the cynical activists, they are saying all these things, and other side is the government. But there is no open place where a floating population, the common population, go and see and decide by themselves. So it's really a very difficult situation now. So we are planning to have this festival in the big city and also to the cities where these movements are. And I'm not sure who will help us, because the government is deadly against these kind of activities. So you may know that 2 people have been killed in Tamil Nadu. So they will try to stop us, but I feel this is the need of time. We must bring this festival to affected area. So here we need information from the first world, with the first kind of information, not secondary data, secondary information. Whatever the images they have, it will come in front of them, like the film from Italy. It's talking about depleted uranium. And people can relate in my country that what they will do with the waste material, what is gathering for last 30-40 years in our nuclear energy establishment. They will make this weapon and use first in our own land for the testing, and I don't know where they will use it. So very important to come up with a fresh idea. What is happening in Germany? What are the complicated situation in Germany, Finland, Sweden or Japan or in America or in Australia? People must understand it is not that only say no to nuclear power or say no to uranium mine. It's not going to work. There are various different kind of challenges with different countries. Like maybe that is very good and correct, politically correct in Germany, but that will not work in India. So people need to think what is happening by themselves rather than putting our opinion to them. So it's very timely important to come up with all the films to the different people to understand and make their decision. Because only hope right now for the rest of the world that Germany as a developed nation, a sustainable, a good economy in Europe, they have decided to phase out the nuclear energy. That is the one very important political decision in the northern globe. So when this opportunity came to come to Berlin, I am really excited to meet the activists here in Berlin and other part of the world, because the other filmmakers are going to come. So I ask for more time in Berlin so that I can interact with other people. So I feel a little sad that like Germany, Sweden, they have inherent some advantages to being born in Germany or the first world. They nurture themselves by the resources and the richness of the country. At the same time, they have the responsibility to address the issue in other countries where they don't have this kind of information, resources and other things. Like what is happening in Sardinia and what is happening to even here, the one journalist who made a very good film about depleted uranium in Germany, and he has no work. So this kind of solidarity will make more stronger bond for each activist, each filmmaker to go back and work in worse and hard situation of their respective country. So this was one of the lacking thing, but on the other hand, I really found very warm relation whoever came here and during the festival, and they encouraged us a lot, and I feel I'm part of them and I'm not alone working in India, like many other activists in India and other part of the world, that we are not alone. The message is very strong that we have to work in spite of no immediate result, but we have to work. So people in Berlin or in Germany, they have little bigger responsibility, not just look at only Germany or the Europe. They have to move little bit further beyond their boundaries. So this was my experience, and I feel activities like this and festival like this must reach to the mainstream, not only Berlin, in different cities in Germany, so that people must think linked issues, not just only isolated one issue which is important for Germany or Sweden or Italy, but also link from where this whole debate is generating and where this will end with the nuclear cycle. Like in India, it is not just nuclear power. Right now, the next is Iran, and on the other side is China. China has problem with Japan, and in that part of world, that some tension is going to be built up. So how, as an anti-nuclear activist or green activist, how we can link with it and how can look at in totality rather than just feel happy that okay, we are phasing out and we have done our responsibility. So this is my humble request to my fellow German activists. If they can look at the situation, this will be much more just world. I hope so.
Thank you very much.